To talk about the last few days is one man who attended the retreat, New York Congressman Lee Zeldin. Congressman Zeldin was good enough to join us to give us an update the day the retreat was beginning. He was aboard that train that hit the garbage truck on the way down. And so, Lee, I assume it's been better and smoother sailing since the last time we talked to you.
Well, yeah, no, nothing to quite replicate that very abnormal Wednesday experience for us. We had a busy retreat. We had the president come visit us, the vice president, members of the cabinet. A busy couple days, but not quite the excitement we experienced on Wednesday, fortunately.
Yeah, well, let me ask you, can you give us an order, or did you talk about priority on issues?
Yeah, absolutely. Really the whole purpose of the retreat is to not just talk about, I guess, similarly to the State of the Union address, not only are you reflecting on what we've worked on recently in the past, but you're talking about challenges that we're facing now and different strategies and ideas on how to tackle it moving forward. So 1 hour might be with Secretary Mattis and Secretary Tillerson talking about foreign policy and our military. The next one might be with Secretary Chow talking about infrastructure.
Okay, well, let me ask you, a lot of time, unfortunately, was wasted in 2017 on health care, and that didn't get done. There was one major victory for the Republicans outside, as far as for Congress in 2017, which was the tax reform. A lot of other things were kind of dictated through the executive branch. What do you guys think that you're going to be putting together, if anything at all, on something like healthcare, which was a major platform point the last couple of election cycles?
Well, I'm just going to be candid with you to a fault. I often get myself into trouble by doing so. I don't know what you have 51 votes for, let alone the conversation of 60 votes for in the Senate. On the House side, we can pass 1,000 different proposals in 2018 to get to 218 votes. But that's the big question: is what can the Senate pass? I don't know. I mean, they in the tax bill they did include the repeal of the individual mandate, which is significant. I mean, that's a big part of the effort, and really was one of the main reasons why this didn't get done in August, but it did get done at the end of December. So that's good. But and the other thing too I would add is that in 2017 we did pass, and the president signed almost 100 bills, including 15 Congressional Review Act bills rolling back Obama-era regulations. So there's a lot that got done. There's a lot more to get done. Looking forward, immigration, infrastructure are two big topics, and also getting more people into the workforce, because you have several million available jobs that actually are not being filled right now.
Exactly. And let me ask you, Trump had kind of alluded to perhaps creating some sort of work for Medicaid requirement. What about the broader entitlement reform, and maybe trying to take a page out of what happened in the 90s under Clinton and under the Newt Gingrich House, maybe coming up with some sort of welfare to work initiative to try to maybe curb entitlement spending?
I definitely see that as a possibility for 2018. The timing couldn't possibly be any better with all of the available jobs that are out there, and with all of the able-bodied adults, especially those without dependents who are they really should get involved in the workforce. And then when you look at the people who have dependents, where there's an available job and they want to re-enter the workforce, and they do the math and they realize that if they take that job, that maybe their kids will lose their Medicaid. There's something wrong with our system when we're penalizing people re-entering the workforce, that they're going to end up, somehow maybe like they might feel like they're being a bad parent because they're taking that entry-level position. There's something wrong with the system when that's a very a crazy dynamic that's reality today.